What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. Reserved for the best. It's super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at 6th_element_comics. Yeah, because comic books are the sixth element of hip hop. What up? What's up, everybody? It is the sixth element of hip hop. I am your host, Reno Noir. This is your co-host, Stu Dog over here. What's good, Stu?
What's good? Peace.
Yeah, man. Not feeling too hot today. A little bit under the weather. Got a little bit of headache and sore throat. But I know we got fans, we got viewers, I should say, supporters, certain delegators, certain individuals that we like to represent for, and so I'm here, man. I'm here for y'all. It's been a crazy week. Come here, girl. It's been a crazy week. Hip hop. It's been some bubblings, some interesting things with Conway, and FunkFlex and the old Pete Rock thing. Slade, what up, man? Bro, it's just a long story, man. But we here. That's the important part. We here, and we got a good show for y'all today. We got a great show. Michael Keaton's Batman is on the front. So Stu, man, talk to me. What's good, man? Talk to the people. Say hello.
What's going on? What's up, buddy?
How was your week?
My week was good, man. What about you? What's going on with you?
It was good. My son, he goes to his first prom tonight. His prom, I guess it's his prom. So yeah, him and the old date went to the old prom there. He's got the Yakuza, bro. He looks like a Yakuza, a Yakuza associate, man. He's got the jacket with the embroidery all over it is fly, bro. Silver and gray, and he's decked out. He's got the all black on with the shoes with the buckles and the little silver studs and all of that. It's fly, man. So that's been interesting, but and he got accepted to his college of choice, so that was cool today. Yeah,
well, we like that, man. We like that. That's what we want to hear.
oh
That's what we
yeah,
want to hear. Young people doing big things. That's what we want to hear.
that's right. That's
Young
right.
people getting on with life, moving on with life, doing what they got to do,
Absolutely.
doing it how they got to do it. Just stay focused, young people. Stay focused out there.
Be cool.
I wanted to ask you about. Oh, there was something I meant to ask you about, man, and I keep forgetting to bring.
Well, we got some great unboxings today, man. Some goodies to show you guys too. Stu, I know you got some goods too as well, right?
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna pop back in because my screen keeps going black. Like it, like I'm like how I'm
It
sitting.
looks
here,
fine. I mean, yeah,
no, like on my end, like it keeps going dark. I got power. I don't know what it's doing. Like how if you don't touch your screen for a while, it just darkens up and it shuts off. That's what I'm going through right now, and I gotta keep tapping it. Hold on, I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna pop right back.
Yeah, do the
that'll fix it. Yeah, I'll see.
Yeah. Sometimes that'll work. And we want to talk about Chip Zdarsky's Batman run, and no reason or no relation to why Michael Keaton is on the thumbnail, man. Just thought this was a really dope picture. And it's DC Power Hour, and I do have some interesting information about Keaton. Keaton's Batman. You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. It's one of the most iconic, I think, lines, man, from Keaton's time playing Batman, which began way back when Tim Burton's iconic 1989 masterpiece Batman, and continued in Burton's 1992 sequel, which was equally as good, maybe even better, Batman Returns. And Keaton was on top of the world at the time, man, and Batman was everywhere, bro. You saw that Batman logo everywhere you turned. hats and shirts and all of that, but everything. Like everybody had it, everybody was rocking it. It was the coolest thing in the world. And yeah, man, and so, it was surprising when, he turned in his cape and cowl and was seemingly done with the role after those two films. And we got garbage after garbage after garbage until finally Christopher Nolan gave us something decent. But you know, there's a lot of reasons why Tim Burton and why Keaton didn't do any more of the movies and things like that. And there's, Keaton wasn't going to do it if Burton wasn't doing it and vice versa and stuff. So, but we know now, of course, that Keaton still fits into the bat suit. He returns now as Gotham's greatest hero and detective in director Andy Muschietti's The Flash, and a new TV spot was focused solely on him. And let me show you guys something. So this is Michael Keaton right here. This is the Keaton that we have now, and it doesn't let me share this with you. It's a beautiful thing. Why don't you guys see what I see? What? That's not what we want. I'm trying to show you guys. What up? Stu's back. So I'm trying to show them. I'm trying to share the screen here with you guys and show you this, but when I tried to show it, it's all black. There he is. All right, come on. Let's get nuts. That would have been really cool if when I said that line, the video started and everyone got, and it would have looked really cool. But anyway, come on, let's get nuts.
Just a new trailer.
Let's get nuts.
Yeah, it was that was it there. But I was like when I heard him say that, I was like, yeah, bro. But then I was like, but he left out the come on, like he left out the emotion. It was just like let's get nuts. And it was cool though. But it was like a laid back version.
Yeah. But he's a little older now, so he doesn't have to get his. Yeah, he's really Batman.
Yeah, he's like I don't have to get excited. I just lay back and get nuts. Now the Flash, we're gonna get nuts. And the Flash, of course, is centered on its titular speedy superhero Barry Allen, regrettably played by Ezra Miller, but apparently he did really well, and we'll see. But the reasons for Keaton's return as Batman has to do with Barry's desperate attempt to solve a problem that Bruce Wayne never could, and that's bring back his parents and who he tragically lost as well. So unlike Bruce, though, Barry actually has a path to pull this off, but it comes at great cost, of course, and by speeding back through time and changing past events, because he can, I guess, the Speed Force, he can go so fast that he goes back in time. And Barry can solve his most pressing problem, but he'll cause a million more problems in the process. And that's kind of the thing with the story Flashpoint that this is loosely based on from the comics. But the movie The Flash explores this most fundamental of all time travel conundrums explored in many films, like we've had Back to the Future, Avengers Endgame, and everything in between. And you can't change the past without altering the future. We all know that now from all the sci-fi movies, theoretically. But this is why in that clip, you have Keaton's Batman fighting Michael Shannon's General Zod, despite the fact that Zod was killed by Superman in Zack Snyder's 2013 film Man of Steel. And in the universe that Barry has zipped into, Zod is alive in that universe and essentially unbeatable because there are no metahumans there to stop him. There's no Superman, there's nobody. And basically what would have happened when he came if there was no one here to stop him. So, and that means, no Superman, no Wonder Woman, no Aquaman, no, etc. And this is why Barry recruits Keaton's older, very retired Batman to help him save the world. And Batman is many things, but he is not super. He's not superhuman. He's not a metahuman. He has no powers. He's just a guy with a lot of money and detective skills. And he's a ninja and he has all this tech, but he has no powers. So luckily they'll get major help from a very special someone in Sasha Cale's Supergirl, which I'm not gonna write off. It could be very well done. I'm not mad at that at all. We'll have to see. I mean, I don't know about you, Stu, but the only thing that really I'm a little bit leery about is Ezra Miller. Everything else looks great.
I think we've always been a little edgy about Ezra Miller, only because of all the off-screen trouble. But I think they've done their best to make this the best movie they can, only for the simple fact that they put a lot of money into it, and for some reason,
Right.
we can't get Batgirl. We can't get Batgirl, but we can get the Flash, and we'll take it because it's really looking. Every trailer I see it looks better and better, like every time.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, that Ezra Miller's on-screen presence doesn't reflect his off-screen presence, and we can actually
Right.
do something we can enjoy. Because a lot of people don't want to see this movie because of Ezra Miller. They really just,
Mm-hmm.
you got a lot of
Yeah.
people that's like, look, I just don't want to see it. Sada's one of them. She doesn't want to see it because of Ezra.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
I've even heard people, Reno, go as far as to say the movie looks cool, looks like something I want to see, but I just don't
Oh
believe
yeah.
that Ezra Miller.
Yeah. I mean, one of our resident homeboys, Spadeonomics Comics, been on the show a bunch of times. One of my best friends. He's a major Superman fan, and he's not with it because he said, he's mad at what they did with Cavill. He wanted to see Cavill, and so he's like, oh, they booted Cavill out of DC. He's like, fuck everything DC now. So he's just like boycotting DC at this point. A lot of people, for a lot of reasons, regardless of how good this movie's going to be, are going to talk shit about it and going to have issues with it and going to, not like it. So, we've always been on the end of this where, if I like something, I'm going to like it, regardless of what the populace is saying and what everybody, says is that, oh, it's shit, whatever, that's cool. Like Black Adam was good to me. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Quantumania was good to me.
I thought,
So
thank you. I thought Quantumania was good. I thought Black Adam was excellent, man. I just don't understand everybody's displeasure with it. Like I'm just Black Adam was really good, man. Like
yeah,
whether you like it, like you
well, a
might
lot
not
of people
admit
jump
it.
on the bandwagon.
That's true, man. That's true.
They don't
That's
have
true.
real
That's so
reasons.
true. Yeah, that's so true. But Black Adam,
It goes both ways. No, it was. It goes both ways. Like Black Panther, I think Black Panther got a lot of hype, and I think a lot of people act like they like Black Panther a lot more than they really do because they're afraid that, it's racist not to like Black Panther. I mean, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Here's my boy right here with my man Spadeonomics is in the building. Check that out. So yeah, definitely not interested in Lame's Guns version. He's not with it. So and that's a Superman fanatic. That's a DC fanatic right there. So that sucks. Yeah.
I mean,
But
listen, I get. Listen. Everybody wants Spade. Everybody wants to see Cavill, man. But we're just not getting it right now, man. You're just gonna have to be. We'll have to be satisfied with what we got, man, because they're not gonna give it to us. If they let's just say for argument's sake, they do give it to us. We definitely not getting it right now. We're definitely
yeah.
No
No.
matter what we do, we're not.
No matter what we do, we could boycott it or not. And the thing is, like, I agree with Spade, and a lot of people, like, all their opinions are valid. My thing is, like, I do the show, so of course I'm gonna have to watch it anyway. And since I gotta watch something, I'd rather give it my most open mind and try to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like if it's your job to do it, might as well try to enjoy it. But
Right.
that's what's up, bro. Yeah, you already know you got the link, so that'll be dope. Spade will hop in here and we'll chop
Yes,
it up.
sir. Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to bait him in too. I was just getting ready to bait him.
Nah, I already invited him before. I already invited. I
You
didn't know
feel
if
me?
you would. Yeah, he already
Nah,
invited
man.
him in the
Nah, man.
comic.
I'm always down, man. Come on, man. I'm part of it. I'm part of this channel, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Down with this channel. I'm
yeah.
part of this channel. Yeah,
And speaking of the whole thing with Ezra Miller, um, the guy Michael Shannon that plays Zod is like when I love this actor. Like he's everything he does is dope to me. I think he's a great actor. Like when he's in something, I will see it. Like he's one of those actors that I don't know why. It's just every single thing that I've ever seen him in, I've liked that show or that movie or whatever. And it's weird because it's like I'm not a fan of Keanu Reeves. Like, I don't think Keanu Reeves is all that great, but I fucking love every movie he's in. You know what I mean? It's weird. But anyway, so this guy, his name's Michael Shannon, plays Zod. Interesting dude. And during a recent Vanity Fair interview, he discussed reprising the role of Zod and working with Ezra Miller on the Flash, and so he was, Ezra Miller. Obviously, he was arrested multiple times last year for weird ass shit and kidnapping and trafficking and weird stuff. So when they asked him about the noise, surrounding the upcoming movie, he said, "If you're talking about Ezra Miller, I thought Ezra was lovely. He said he was very kind to me when I was there. He said it's difficult to talk about, but I always give people a lot of slack in the business because there's a lot of people in this business that have issues." Okay, he said, and some people have more privacy than others. He continued, anytime somebody is out in the spotlight getting picked on, I feel for them, even if it's warranted, even if it's still a horrible situation. End quote. And but what he says when he says it's difficult to talk about, but I will always give people a lot of slack in this business in Hollywood because in show business, he said because there's a lot of people in this business in Hollywood that have issues. They just have more privacy than others. And the reason I want to put a spotlight on that is because I felt when the whole thing was coming out with Ezra Miller, I was kind of like, y'all should see the shit that some of these other actors really be getting into, bro. Because we hear all the stuff. We hear some weird stories. We hear about weird, satanic rituals and weird orgies and all kinds of weird shit that
yes,
these
we do. Yes, we
pedophilia.
do.
I mean, Hollywood is Holly weird for a reason. Like
Yeah. Somebody went.
people just getting exposed. That's the only
I
thing. And
literally, I literally just read an article the other day, Reno. I'm glad that's what I think. That's what I meant to talk to you about. I read an article the other day, and it was a writer. He asked a question. He said, "Why is Hollywood so weird all of a sudden? Like it's never been this way. Like he was like, it's just never been weird. Like it's never been
yeah, it has. It's
this.
always
Like
been
they've
weird.
always he said they've always been eccentric, but never weird.
Mm,
Like
yeah,
they got their own culture, they got their own ways, but now they're just plain
yeah.
just weird." And so he goes into talking about a lot of different things, like I don't know, like Disney. He talked about Disney.
Mm,
He talked about movies. Like now, like he was saying how everything has to be so um, sexually orientated as far as you know, feminism and all this, making feminizing men and roles and everything else. Like he was like, well, he said, when did we become so soft, like so soft hearted? When did
yeah,
we,
yeah.
why is it so cool? What is Hollywood pumping? Like he had a good point, man. And I was like,
There, bro. It's Hollywood. That is a great point because Hollywood. Period. The people in Hollywood, and I think what Michael Shannon is his point is basically that like basically what he's saying is like the public thinks Ezra's all he's like, but on the behind the scenes, like within the celebrity world. Ain't nobody thinking about that shit, bro. They're not even sweating Ezra. They're like, oh man, poor guy got his shit exposed. That's it, because they all are all doing that kind of shit. That's it. They don't feel they're not feeling weird about it. They don't feel that he's, so what they're all doing is like for the public eye and like public perception and stuff. And if, executives and CEOs and, directors and things like that got to put up certain, act a certain way in the public eye. But trust me, bro, in Hollywood, the shit Ezra's done, it doesn't even fucking register. It doesn't even register, dude. The shit that they do, man, in Hollywood, man. Just go on YouTube, Google some shit. Hollywood.
I have. I
Shit
definitely
Ezra did
have.
is nothing, dude. Nothing.
Cause I hear a lot about. I hear a
Compared.
lot of people talk about. I don't know, like all right, like Jay-Z. They always link Jay-Z and Beyonce to him.
Mm-hmm. You freeze up?
Can you hear me?
What up, Stu?
I don't know. Ever since I'm good. I'm
Hey.
here. But it's ever since I got on the stream, right, it keeps timing my screen out. I don't know why. It's never done it before. It's just today is just the day for it to just mess with me. I don't know what it is, man. I'm still trying to
Spade, I can
figure.
see you.
Can you?
We can see you. I can hear you a little.
Hope my stuff ain't freezing up too.
It's a little choppy. But
let me try to exit back out and come back in too.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I had the same problem, but my screen keeps getting dark. Like I'm talking.
Because I can hear y'all, but I can't see through it myself.
Thank you. I'm having the same problem. Mine just keeps darkening out. After about like a minute or two, it'll just darken out.
Okay.
Oh wow.
All right. I'm gonna try to come right back in.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I keep hearing, things about Jay-Z and Beyonce, about how they give signals and like little things they do. And I've heard that for years, bro. Like years and years. And they say a lot of people say, like right now, the rumors going around that Hollywood's trying to kill Jamie Foxx. That's the latest rumor.
Yeah.
And everything that happened to him was them trying to kill him. And they also say too, Reno, for you to get that famous, like ultra famous, you got to make a sacrifice. Like this, you got to sacrifice a family member.
Yeah. That's what they're talking about.
You got to, yeah. And when you break it down and you look, it makes sense because they say if you don't sacrifice somebody, then you got to sacrifice yourself. So you can either pick yourself or somebody. And I don't know, man. Listen, sometimes it makes me think it's true because I'll sit there and I think about it, and then like Jennifer Hudson, that's a perfect example. Before she became ultra famous, she was the big girl, but we loved her. And then I think it was somebody broke into her house or something like her, and they killed like her brother or something like that. And then after that, she just blew up, like she just took off. And people were saying that was she had to make that was a sacrifice. She sacrificed her brother. I was like, well, hey, listen, it could be, but I don't know. But when I think about it, just about everybody, like Michael Jordan, remember his dad mysteriously died. Puff Daddy, was his wife, a baby mama, she died. William Shatner, his wife was found dead, face down in the pool. Like it was just weird. Like that, like that's just a bunch of weird deaths that we don't.
Yeah, bro. There's always some weird shit. Always. Yo, what's good? We got Los in the building.
See Los, long time no see.
Everybody, because I didn't know Stu was coming because I couldn't reach him, and so I was like hitting up the comic dudes. I'm like, yo, I don't know if Stu's coming, man. Y'all need to come through, and everybody showed up, man. That's what's up, man. Salute to the comic dudes in the building. What's good, guys? Silos, how you doing?
Made it. I'm around.
Well, since we got you guys here, man, let's get your opinions on the Flash movie.
The Flash movie. Are y'all gonna see it? If so, if not, why not? Yeah.
I'm
Los,
going
what
to
you
see
know?
it.
You're gonna see it?
Yeah,
Yeah. You think it
I'm going
looks
to see
good?
it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't look back on what happened outside the movie with the actors or anything. I mean, it looks good to me.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
Now, do you think, Los, do you think that Ezra Miller's behavior off screen will sway you from seeing the movie?
no, I mean, actors are people too. I mean, whatever happened outside, if the directors and producers made the choice to go forward with the movie,
Right.
must be that they have good stuff to do. So
Right.
I'm I, I can watch a movie and then I will say, okay, then I will judge. But
Yeah.
before, the trailers look good to me. They look really awesome.
The trailers do look good, and I think yeah, like separating the the art from the artist, separating the movie from the actors and things like that. Like yeah, like you know, I didn't expect this movie to be good at all. Like none of us did. Like on this show, we was kind of like this is not. And these trailers have been like thing might actually be really good, really good. Like it really might be good, and like some shit that we really might get behind, but. Spade, I know you got some strong opinions about Gunn, and is it mostly Cavill or is it Ezra Miller stuff or is it what Gunn did or what? Like, where's your how do
It's
you
gonna be a
stand?
combination of all of it, man. Because like starting with the Flash movie, I was initially excited, after they announced it, but so many directors jumped on and jumped off, and they were like, "Man, this movie is a train wreck." So it killed my hope in seeing
Mhm.
that. But I still had a little bit of hope to go see it. But with all the BS that Ezra Miller was doing off screen, I get what you're saying, separating the actor from the part, and I understand
Right,
that too. It's just like in wrestling, you might have a guy that's despicable as a heel, but he's one of the nicest people you ever want to meet outside the ring. But
right,
it's just the fact of like I just can't support that because it's just like you had Henry Cavill, that was a great Superman, great Clark Kent, and he didn't give y'all any problem
right.
versus problem child Ezra Miller, but you want to keep him around. It's like I just really couldn't get behind that.
Mhm.
And then like with the whole thing with James Gunn, and it is not just the movies, kind of comics for me too. I dialed back a lot on stuff because I'm tired of starting over with new number one. It's like it's making everything number one is not making it worth anything now. Like 5, 10 years down the road, it's like what's his workbook gonna be worth? $5, $10 cover price or whatever. So it's kind of the same thing with starting over with the movies, just like, and I just don't want to go through all that.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean that's a valid opinion too. That's a valid way of looking at it, man. And yeah, I know a lot of people that feel that way. Slade said I'm going to see it, even with Ezra's off-screen antics. Um, yeah, my thing is this. I I know of so much like crap that Hollywood that these actors and stuff and all of them get up to over there, and like I've already made peace with that. Like they do some wild stuff that we wouldn't do, but who knows, man? They live a life that is a different world. Honestly, bro, they live in a different world than we live in. It's a different life. Everything is different for them. So who knows why they do what they do or how they get into what they get into. So I've always just separated the art from the artist. So that never bothered me. But the stuff with Cavill, that I get James Gunn wanting to start over, but I'm really tired of all these filmmakers and directors and stuff, from Ryan Johnson on JJ Abrams. Like they all want to take these, well-known, IPs and make it their own. And they
Mm-hmm.
always want everything, they want to make it like this is my version of that, and this is my, this, and I did that, and whatever. So hang on, guys. I'm really sorry. Listen, I gotta handle something. It's important, but can you guys carry on? I'll be right back.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
yeah. Going by what Reno was saying, sort of like Kathleen Kennedy with Star Wars. She wants to make it her own thing, and she keeps feminizing it more and more. And I don't understand how the execs at the top of Disney act like they don't see this, like they don't see this happening. Star Wars Visions, which is the second season, is drastically different from the first season. Every Jedi or Sith in there is a woman. It's not that we have anything against women, but it's unrealistic. It's just unrealistic when you look at it, and it's just distasteful because now you're painting a picture where you're saying that men are so weak that they can't take on strong roles. But if it were a man painting that picture towards women, we're chauvinists, we're this, we're that, we're that. So I don't get why that part of the playing field can't be equal all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask y'all, like y'all's opinion on directors, and I understand it because a lot of times you get directors and writers that want to tell their vision, and that's
Yeah.
commendable because it's like a lot of movies I wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for a certain director want to tell their vision of it. But when it gets kind of so far out from the source material of a comic, I ain't saying it's got to be directly like the comic, but when it kind of strays away so much from the source material, what's y'all's opinion on that?
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate
Yeah,
that.
I can't.
I
I
hate
hate it.
that. It's,
Yeah.
it's distasteful for me because
I think
if
I like source, like if they would just convert the source material, just adapt it from comic to movie, that's what we want, bro. That'd be great.
right,
That's
that's what we
why,
want to see.
yeah, like
I think
that's why these comics, that's why these characters and everything are as popular and sought after as they are, because the material's good. It's like if it's not broke, don't fix it. If the material's good, the script is good, like just go with the script kind of thing. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. But I do agree with you, Spade, in a way too, because James Gunn, and it's ironically, James Gunn, what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think anyone. I think if anyone else would have made a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I wouldn't have cared about it. I wouldn't have watched it. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, who cares? That no one cared about that team. No one cared about those comics, and it was James Gunn's style and the way he made it that made those movies great. And I think they're the best movies in the MCU, hands down. So I'm also optimistic about what James Gunn's going to do in DC because I love what he did with Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, one of the best shows in comicdom for sure. So yeah,
Peacemaker
yeah,
was good.
yeah,
Damn
like
good. Yeah.
if he can do with DC characters what he's done with Marvel characters and what he's done with some DC characters already, like, so we know what he can do. So I'm excited for that. Henry Cavill's Man of Steel made me a Superman fan. Like I did not really Superman movies were cool like when I was a little kid. I just wasn't into Superman movies. Wasn't really my thing. It was the darker tone maybe, I guess, that people say, but I don't know, it's just maybe the realism or something. I don't know. Something about it. I really dug it. I don't know if it was Henry Cavill that made it great. I don't know if it was that or if it was, Zack Snyder or whatever or whoever made it. But, you know, because of that, I am pissed that, he shut that down, because if he's going to shut down Henry Cavill, that means he should shut down everybody from here. But he's letting like some people through. So I get you want to make a movie about a younger Superman, but I asked you this, Spade, directly as a Superman fan. Like, we've already seen a lot of younger Superman stuff. Like, is that really what Superman fans really want to see? And I think you didn't. You were like, nah, like no. So I'm a little, yeah. I'm
Because
annoyed with
like,
that for
if you
sure.
want to see, to me, if you want, and this is my opinion, but if you want to see a younger Superman, then watch Smallville. That was perfect. Yo, Superman thing right there. Watch Smallville. He gets to
Right.
Yeah,
blow
watch
up
Smallville,
and be Superman. You
Right.
seen
or make a
Superman
Smallville
1 and 2
movie.
with Christopher Reeve. You
And
know,
isn't
so
Superman and
like,
Lois younger too?
Yeah.
no, Superman
No.
and
No,
Superman and
younger.
Lois, he's actually in his 40s. So
They
he's
look
he's in his
younger.
40s.
more
They
Okay.
look younger. Yeah,
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 they
but
look
he's in
more
his 40s.
established. It's like
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was hoping for with Henry Cavill in the role of Man of Steel and Superman in subsequent movies. Him being a more mature Superman.
Yeah.
You know, like you haven't explored that as much either.
Right.
Like, okay,
Right,
we
right.
know how Clark was his first couple of years when he was in Metropolis and when he first
Yeah.
got to the Daily Planet. We've seen that. You've seen that in movies. You've seen that
Time and
in
time again.
TV shows. You've seen that in cartoons. So now
Yeah.
you have to have another movie that's showcasing the early years of Clark Kent / Superman as Superman. Like,
It's like
But
another
Spade,
origin movie. Yeah. I mean,
Spade, that's why when we were talking before, I was saying that's why Batman with
mhm,
what's his name? Robert Pattinson. The reason
yeah.
why
mhm,
that was so successful, in my opinion, is that we didn't get an origin story. And I think people are
right.
tired of the origin. How many times we
Yeah.
gonna see Bruce and Martha? I mean, how many times we gonna see them die? Batman's
Hmm.
parents. How many days? How many times we gonna? How many ways can you show it to us to where it gets to the point where we're excited about it? We're not. I mean, Robert Pattinson's Batman was. It was like his first. I think it's from what I read. I think it's like his first 4 years. I know
Yeah.
that. I think
First
it's
two.
something like
First
his
two.
first 4 years, something like that. But I
Two.
know it's his first couple years as Batman, and you can see with the tech and everything that he has, he's not that, but
Like
he has
he's
good
just putting it
ideas.
together. Yeah.
Right, he's just putting it, and we didn't have to go through watching his parents die and all that. It's the same thing with Superman. How many times are we gonna see Krypton blow up? How many times are we gonna see him run through the
And
cornfield? You
I
know what I
think
mean?
like with Batman, it was like the opposite. Like getting a younger Batman. Like Batman's always been kind of more mature, and Superman's always been kind of younger and Boy Scoutish. And now they kind of flipped that, especially with Henry Cavill. He seemed more like mature and more older and more established. But yeah, seeing a younger Batman was kind of the opposite effect. And I think I'm wondering if James Gunn didn't like go, oh yeah, Matt Reeves really killed it. Let me do that thing. Let me do that with Superman. So, hopefully not, because that never turns out well. Hopefully it's legit.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's got his
Well, I
good
do know
reasons.
Reno. Yeah, I do know Reno that the Man of Steel. If you read the comic, that comic is based more in reality. So when I first heard Man of Steel, I was like, oh damn. Well, maybe we're gonna get it like the comic. Because in the comic in the Man of Steel, he wears a beard. He wears a beard all the time. Sometimes he'll shave. Sometimes he'll be like, he'll have a shadow and things like that. He pays rent. He goes to work. It's just
Yep.
like the movie where it dives more into his personal life with Lois and things like that, and his job and the idiosyncrasies that come between the two and how he melds them together. The Man of Steel has always been based in reality with those things. And the movie kind of reflected that, but at the same time, I don't understand why we had to lose a whole actor. We could have kept that separate, like we kept Pattinson's Batman separate,
Hmm.
because that's what people were asking for. If you want to do your own thing, James Gunn wants to come and do it. We can do that. That's fine. DC
Right.
set up the whole thing in the comics where we can do whatever we want now, because that's how the universe is set up in DC now. We can do whatever we want. We can have all these different iterations and things like that. But right now, it's like James Gunn's like, I'm shutting the door on everything, and we're only going to focus on what I want to do. Let's just
Yeah.
keep it moving.
But kind of what it's
Right.
what do you think about that, Carlos?
I don't know. There's so many stuff in TV for Superman and Superman world, like you said, that bringing a whole new DCU to the theaters is going to take what, a decade for us to see
Yeah.
those movies or
Yeah.
more.
Right. Right.
It's going to be. I mean, I'm going to be holding. I'm not gonna be able to walk to the theater.
Yeah.
Theater every day. So
Yeah, man. It is gonna take a
that's how
while.
I see it.
Yeah.
I love Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah, everyone does, man.
No one
Everyone
is
does.
going to be able to replace him. So if he's going to to do a whole new thing, let's hope for the best.
Yeah.
He better knock it out of the park.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody's loved Henry Cavill, so whatever James Gunn does, he has to kill it, bro, or people are gonna just eat him alive, man. They're gonna like you better bring it, bro. It's one of those.
Matter of fact, he'll never work in this city again if he drops
Bro,
the ball.
it'll be bad. It'll be bad if he does that, man. Yeah, the Batman was a detective. I love the detective aspect of it.
But raw talk, raw
It was
deal.
like 7.
That's what Batman. Raw talk, raw deal.
That's what Batman
I'm
is
pretty
supposed
sure
to
you.
be.
Right. I'm pretty sure you
Yeah,
read Batman comics. That's exactly how Batman comics read.
right.
He does detective work. Like you'll see him collecting evidence. You'll see him like if you read DC Vampire, how he figured out that Hal Jordan was the vampire that was in there mist was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
He took sample. He figured out, but once he figured it out and he tried to call Wonder Woman, it was too late. She had already been bitten. So it was, but it was his detective work that figured out because had he not, the other heroes were kind of oblivious. They were like, well, damn, what is, what's going on? Because he killed
Right.
Flash, he killed Zan, and then the other super friends were like, well, we got to figure out what happened to these people. Batman was on the case. He was like, wait a minute, I got a fragment of bone here, and the only thing that can cut bone like this is two things: light and something else. So he was
Right,
already
right.
suspicious because he knows the only one person that can manipulate light in the whole
Green
Justice League is Green Lantern.
Outdoor. Yeah.
Right. So then when Flash dies, he just put two and two together, and the only person that was left with him was Wonder Woman. When he goes to call her, it's too late. She's already bitten. So he figured
Mhm.
the only thing he didn't have time to figure out was who the Vampire King was. But Batman does detective work, man. He's the world's greatest detective.
Yeah. That's Detective Comics. I mean, that's why they call it Detective Comics. That's what. Yeah. He and HBO Max is not going to be playing the Batman the Batman verse staffers if they don't work during the writer's strike. And this writer's strike that's going on is crazy, man. And we talked about it. Like, I don't think they deserve it, but we'll see, man. I don't know, but it's
Back to
gonna ruin a lot
reading.
of stuff.
Back to reading.
Yeah, yeah.
Factory. Maybe that might be for the
Relaunch.
best. Yeah.
Let's see whatever is already out there and buy books until anything else comes back.
That might be
Mm-hmm.
for the best. That
Just,
might be the best thing we can do.
mm-hmm.
I do know Disney has is in trouble right now. Their their CEOs and their top execs are saying now that uh, they're gonna have to do something because their content is not being appreciated. People are complaining. They're about to merge Hulu and Disney in order to justify that $100 price tag we're all going to be paying by the end of the year for Disney Plus. Um,
Yeah.
and the execs are saying that Disney Plus is losing money. It's losing money. It's losing steam, and that they should go back to the formula of what Disney does, being selective about what they bring out, what they don't bring out, and they bring it out at a slower pace. Um, I agree with that, and I also agree that they need to boot Kathleen Kennedy out of the business when it comes to
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah. She's not making any friends in the Star Wars fandom.
Yeah,
But
they've lost a
but
lot of subscribers to Disney Plus too this year.
speaking
Um,
of
well,
James of the new DC though, we got the new Wonder Woman's daughter officially.
yeah,
Yeah, both. Yeah, right.
I saw that
Let me
on
see.
Twitter yesterday. Somebody had up a meme like, "Who is the father?" So I posted a picture of Superman, not this dude.
Yeah, right.
Speed. I posted a picture of
Yeah,
myself up there. I can almost envision myself with a wine glass, and some cheese sitting next to Wonder Woman.
Watch out
Yeah.
now.
DC Comics officially unveiled artwork featuring brand new character Wonder Woman's daughter with both a civilian name and a superpowered identity. Hang on, let me mute that real quick. Carlos, I'm gonna mute your mic, and if you want to talk, just unmute it, okay, buddy? It's a lot of background noise. But it says over her comics history, Diana Prince has seen many a legacy character follow in her footsteps, from Donna Troy to Artemis of Banga. I'm sorry, Bana Migdal to Cassie Sandsmark, not to mention several other Themyscirian allies like Nubia. Recently, I don't know, she looks good. Notably, almost every generation of DC heroes has an Amazon warrior. Diana for the Justice League, Donna for the Teen Titans, Artemis for the Outlaws, and Cassie for Young Justice. But the Super Sons generation of Damian Wayne's Robin and Jonathan Kent's Superboy has lacked an Amazon to round it out. And that's what she is going to fill out. Wonder Woman's daughter revealed. Tom King, which he did some great stuff with Batman. And he took to Twitter to reveal the name, superhero identity, and design for Wonder Woman's daughter, Lizzie. Superhero name, Trinity. I don't know, man. Lizzie. That's a little. So Trinity wears a costume reminiscent of both her mother, Diana, and Cassie Sandsmark, Wonder Girl. She is sporting 3 lassos. One, the gold lasso of truth that Wonder Woman uses. One, seemingly the silver lasso of persuasion, as used by Donna Troy, and a third black lasso that doesn't match any current DC continuity. And I'm not sure what I guess they're not saying what it does. According to IGN, fans will get to meet Trinity in June's Wonder Woman number 800 by Tom King. Yeah, man. If I've never read any sort of Amazon comics at all. No. Yeah, I don't know anything about
I got
them.
the Nubia stuff. I got the Nubia stuff.
I bought a couple Nubias just for the covers.
Yeah, covers are dope.
Yeah.
A lot of Wonder Woman. We'll see where they take it. DC has a history of Spade should know this. Coming out with dope characters and good ideas, and then they shelve them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see how far Lizzie can get as far as her popularity. Right now, John Kent, I think the only reason why they keep him on the shelf is because he's bisexual. But he's really not a popular character. But
No,
yeah, but DC.
that's all he really has going for him.
They didn't do anything with him. They changed him to bisexual just to sell a book, sell an issue, and that didn't take off. It's like, we've been saying this for years. Y'all know this too. Tell good story. Tell good story. People gonna buy a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is true, and that's all we ask. But for some reason, Hollywood has their own. They have to have their own version of things, and to try to make
Look
it.
at my homeboy on the right, Thomas Wayne.
No, man, Thomas Wayne.
He look dope. Batman has 10 appearances set for coming years across 5 movies, 5 shows, and 9 iterations of The Dark Knight at DC. Every confirmed and rumored upcoming Batman appearance is The Flash, June 16th. Justice League Warworld 2023. That one looks actually pretty good. Then you got Harley Quinn season 4. What else? The Penguin. Can't wait for this show, bro. This is gonna be nice. That's gonna be great, bro. I cannot wait for the Penguin. It looks like Sopranos meets Batman. Batman 2, which is rumored to definitely have is not rumored but reported to have Clayface having a key role, possibly as the main antagonist. Hopefully not the main one, but definitely would be cool to see him in there. Brave and the Bold, the trade.
Is that gonna be the comic, or is that gonna be? Are they bringing back the animated series or a movie?
This one?
Yeah, Brave and the Bold.
To be determined. I think that's the it says coming off the Robert Pattinson's sequel, The Brave and the Bold, will introduce the Batman of James Gunn's DCU, who will be played by a brand new actor as he doubles superhero's duties with fathering his own son, Damian Wayne. So, Brave and the Bold, yeah. So James Gunn's new DC, that's going to be James Gunn's Batman is going to be this Brave and the Bold. So it'll be Batman and Damian Wayne, which like I'm actually happy about because I think Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin, and so that'll be cool. And Brave and the Bold is a great series. Brave and the Bold is a good
it's a great series, man. Excellent.
Comics, yeah, for real. So that's gonna be good. And then Batman the Caped Crusader, that looks super dope.
That I want to see. Yeah, I definitely want to see.
Yeah, bro. HBO Max Caped Crusader has been shopped to Amazon as a reimagining of the Dark Knight mythos and essentially a spiritual successor to the iconic Batman the Animated Series. So yeah, it'll be animated in sort of that sort of 40s, look. Clearly that's the ancient the original Batman look right there from the 30s or whatever. And then although the cast is yet to be announced, the creative team behind the show is stacked with experts, including the animated series showrunner Bruce Timm, the Batman director Matt Reeves, legendary J.J. Abrams, and comic writer Ed Brubaker, who will serve as head writer on the series. That is a fucking promising lineup right there. Ed Brubaker, guys, one of the best authors in comics, hands down. Bruce Timm, one of the best in animation.
Animation.
Yeah. And obviously the Batman was the best Batman movie in forever. So that was cool. And then Caped Crusader found its home on Amazon with a 2-season order for the Elseworlds show. So clearly confidence is high on the project, and that should come as no surprise given the team behind it. Hell yeah, bro. That's a hell of a damn team. I'm excited for this. Caped Crusader. All right, Merry Little Batman. Don't know about this. To be determined. Looks like a cartoon, of course. Is it Caped Crusader? Yeah. Wait, Caped Crusader isn't the only Batman project to be abandoned by HBO Max in favor of Amazon. The animated Merry Little Batman movie recently received a similar treatment, but unlike the cinematic noir style of the former, Merry Little Batman as a title implies will be a more comedic affair. Spade, did you say something?
I just kind of chuckled at that, man. Like the animation of Merry Little Batman is kind of like, oh man.
Yeah. It's yeah. That looks like Alfred in the middle, and I guess that's Batman on the right. I don't know who the lumberjack is there, but yeah. Who knows? Bat Family is number 9. And that's also to be determined. Merry Little Batman is also placed to receive the animated spin-off series once again at Amazon titled Bat Family. Amazon's got a lot of Batman shit coming. Batwheel.
They need content. Amazon needs content.
Yeah, they all do. Batwheel season 2. I didn't see Batwheel season 1. What is Batwheels?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
No, you got me. I never heard of
for
Batwheels.
preschool. It's for preschool kids. Okay.
Oh, that's why we never heard of it. Okay.
Yeah. It's preschool targeted Batwheel series. Okay, that's it. So yeah, those are the 10 things that Batman will be a part of.
Batwheels, who would have known? 2 seasons.
Nah, yeah, we would have never known.
We can't get one Batgirl movie. It makes no sense.
It's sad, but it's true. So in the title of our video, I want to talk about Chip Zdarsky's Batman because it's fucking amazing, and it finally addressed a Dark Knight Returns fan theory. In Batman number 135, which is on sale now. It's basically like in this world without Batman, you've got Bruce Wayne fighting to free an alternate Gotham City from totalitarian lockdown, rallying people against this character called Red Mask. And Red Mask is the same guy that became the Joker back in the day because he went crazy and became the Joker. Well, the Red Mask in this world didn't ever go crazy and become the Joker. So he's still the Red Mask. However, he finds himself hurtling through the multiverse, jumping from one universe to another until he meets an older version of himself who has been complicit in the death of his greatest foe, the Joker. And among, DC Comics myriad of Batman stories, Batman number 135 by Chip Zdarsky, George Jimenez on the art showcases a chosen few fan favorite franchises. You've got comics like Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns show up in the book, looking just as glorious, almost 40 years since its publication. Prime Earth Batman finally meets his match in an older, more dangerous Bruce Wayne, while while the nagging question presides over their interaction, forcing Chip Zdarsky to, weigh in against an infamous fan theory about the Joker's death. And so, while traversing through the multiverse in Batman number 135, Batman falls into a muddy sort of pit that and immediately gets surrounded by an angry mob, and he learned that tampering with time was causing dead Jokers to rise from their graves and the existing ones to just go crazy and go wild. And soon a caped figure riding a horse tackles him to the ground, and they sort of exchange blows before realizing their shared familiarity. Bruce has arrived in the Dark Knight Returns universe, and which once had a Joker, like many others. So the older Batman says that once he had his enemy's throat in his hands, but he never killed him. So and Joker finished the job himself, laughing all the while. And this narrative corroborates what happens in the comic. In The Dark Knight Returns number 3 by Frank Miller, Batman follows Joker into an amusement park to kill him, because he's on this killing spree. And so Batman's finally just going to put an end to it. And so in the brawl, Batman, desperate to stop the Joker, snaps his neck enough to debilitate him. But the Joker, unsatisfied with the outcome, completely breaks his neck, forever condemning Batman in the public eye. But many of a lot of fans believe that because of his heavy blood loss and rage, Batman misremembered his fight with Joker. And as evidence, they state that the Joker's speech bubbles in the horrifying scene are in the exact same shade of gray as the Dark Knight's, concluding that Bruce had in fact killed the Joker, and his broken mind had sort of made up the rest. Let me see if I can.
He didn't activate Batman of Zenora. Isn't that his job to keep Bruce's mind from being broken?
Yeah. And let me show you this picture. So wait, god damn it, get out of my way. Coming up, y'all, coming up. Well, this is so that's Frank Miller. If you remember, that's Frank Miller's Batman and Joker. So this is Frank Miller. So this is where Joker's like dying, and like the speech bubbles are in this gray tone, if you notice, which is the same tone as Bruce's, and instead of all white like the rest of the book. And so in the fan theory, it's to be believed, it is not the first time, that Batman's mind has played tricks on him. So the same thing happened in Arkham video games. If you remember, when the Joker's contaminated blood gradually deteriorated his mind, it is also the reason why Batman created his infamous Zur-En Ra personality, to stave off the mental manipulations. But unfortunately, that persona has also been the cause of, Batman's misery. And throughout the Dark Knight Returns series, Bruce not only had to face the physical complications due to his age, but also his mind, as he started, envisioning his conscience as a giant bat, just sort of judging his every move, even hallucinating the Joker's burned body, laughing at him. To say he wasn't in his right mind, would be an understatement. And while it may look like Chip Zdarsky is reiterating the older Bruce's version of events, counter argument says letterer John Costanza turned Joker's speech gray to mimic a raspy voice as the air escapes from his lungs. However, what is true is that Zdarsky's initiative has revived interest in the character and opened a treasure trove of content for readers. So whether the writer believes in Frank Miller's narrative or is simply, towing the company line becomes irrelevant in the face of the renewed fan discourse. And, while Batman's no kill rule will always be a point of contention, it undeniably makes the stories timeless for generations. And that's definitely one of them. So Chip Zdarsky, man, is killing it.
Yes, he
killing
is.
it. And that's
the failsafe run was excellent. Right? It was,
yeah.
It's really,
Yeah.
really
Well,
good.
It is, and the Red Mask stuff is dope too. The Batman 135. So like he got his hand cut off. I just told you Batman after he got his hand cut off.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
By the new deadly version of Ghostmaker, Ghost Taker or Ghost Breaker, something like that. And so Bruce Wayne manages. Yeah, no, Ghostmaker is the original, but in this one, it's another timeline, another multiverse, and he's called Ghost Taker or Ghost Breaker.
Something else, yeah.
And he cuts his hand off. And so, Bruce Wayne manages to turn some repurposed equipment into the new appendage, his new hand in this Batman 135. And Batman 135, the Batman of Gotham storyline, Bruce Wayne has found himself in this alternate version of Gotham City, and that's sort of where this battle comes through. And it's Ghost Breaker, I think, and then he's got the Red Mask. Like I said, was the previous. It was Joker if he never went crazy and became Joker, the same guy. And it's Batman 135, right? But it's also Legacy Batman 900. Yeah, Legacy 900. So that's really cool. Yeah, and so yeah, it's that you can already buy that one. That's on sale. It's got some dope variants.
It's been published already. I don't know when the release date is.
No, it's been out. It came out on the 2nd. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But yeah, Chip Zdarsky did an interview and said that Bruce's lack of a right hand will continue to play a role in future issues of Batman. He said, he said it will definitely impact the story. He said it wasn't a casual decision, like, oh, cut his hand up. Like, it's leading somewhere. Like, it wasn't just, oh, let's shock value, cut off his hand and, see if everyone goes nuts. No, there's like a reason for it. And with Chip Zdarsky, I believe him. He's a phenomenal writer. He's not just like a flash writer. Like, he writes fucking good long form stories. And it features the cover art by Jimenez and Joe Quesada. And so there's some dope books, or dope covers and shit too.
Be looking forward to that.
Yeah, check it.
The variant covers.
Absolutely. And speaking of Batman, I mentioned the Arkham Asylum joint. There might be an Arkham Asylum TV show coming up. And there's a lot of hype right now among DC fans, for the future of the Batman franchise, and specifically what is in development currently among those 9 shows, which of course is the pre-production for the Batman Part 2. And they are currently shooting Penguin, but now we got a quick update on Arkham Asylum. One of the coolest Batman iterations, I think, is the Arkham Asylum games. As a Batman fan, that's definitely one of my favorite. Yes, like in Age of Apocalypse, just like Wolverine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, if you've been paying attention after the success of Batman, a couple of productions sprung up. You know what I'm saying? Like the Batman was fucking huge. It was so popular, so well received, that we're just getting all this great Batman content because that's how Hollywood works. Give them a little, give them an inch, they run with it. So Penguin, Gotham PD, and Arkham Asylum are just a few of the shows coming up. And from what we understand, all of these are still in some state of active development. With obviously Penguin being the furthest ahead, because they've actually started shooting and there's actually footage and stuff like that. Recently, somebody decided to ask the producer of Penguin, who was also attached to Arkham, whether there's any development or if he could reveal anything. And he just gave, a thumbs up and smiley face. But we saw some trades run with some stories in regard to the universe. And, according to some reports, they're taking it one at a time. And we know that getting to Penguin took over a year. So I think like Carlos, man, like you said, bro, it's everything is years away. We're just hearing about it way sooner than we used to. We used to hear about movies and stuff maybe a few months before they were going to come out, or maybe a year or whatever tops. But now we're hearing about stuff a decade out. So it's tough to stay interested. But so it sounds like what they're going to figure out, how they're going to handle the Penguin, what the budget is, and what the constraints are, and what they have to sacrifice because of TV and how much that they spend on the movie Batman Part 2, and then they look at the whole thing and realize, do we need a follow-up to Penguin? And the Arkham show, do we do a spin-off that's Arkham? And it's already been heavily implied that Penguin could tie into Arkham Asylum somehow. So this could be a way to set that whole thing up and then put wheels in motion in Batman Part 2 for multiple spin-offs, which sounds pretty awesome if it's true. I know they're talking about a horror genre show with Clayface that was gonna happen and then didn't happen, and now they're putting him in the movie, and so maybe that will be a spin-off. And I'm down for all that. That all sounds great to me. Exploring more of that world, especially going deeper into Arkham with its characters like Joker and Riddler and all Scarecrow and all the dope, the doctors and all the characters and Harley, and who knows who else, I would think to be really fascinating, especially if they can give us a look at the inner workings of Arkham. That's really cool. And like we don't, yeah. I think the Arkham games, man, is some of the best Batman storytelling, period. It's up there with any of the comics or movies, and that's saying a lot. That's a video game, so that's big. Hugo Strange, that's who I was thinking of. Hugo Strange from Arkham. Like we don't need to follow some crazy big name like Penguin in there. We could just do Arkham Asylum. Just give us somebody there that's like, a build up, Hugo Strange, something, he's doing some weird experiments or something, and, make him fit this world and then build up toward the next Batman entry. I think there's something there, or directly tied to Gotham PD,
or Azrael.
Azrael, that'd be great.
No, Varas.
Who could we get to play Azrael? That's the question.
That'd be fun to cast. It would be fun to cast. Speaking of casting, they're casting Legacy. Working on casting Superman Legacy. Finding, they're trying to find their Clark Kent and their Lois Lane. And I don't know. There's nobody that I think compares to Henry Cavill as Superman that they're even talking about. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, man. I've got
some of the potential people, I guess, fan castings, and I look at them and I'm like, I'm not impressed.
no, not at all.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't know either, man. It's tough. I told you guys earlier I was kind of sick. Like I not feeling good. Kind of got the sore throat and the headache thing. No, I was just starting to kick up. But I do want to talk about something before we go. We definitely want to touch on Conway the Machine and that freestyle he just dropped on FunkFlex, because the freestyle is bananas. But then there's the connotations about that whole beef that he just was going through with FunkFlex and Pete Rock and the whole thing. Remember that, Stu? We just went in on that whole situation with Pete Rock and FunkFlex earlier this month. You know, Conway the Machine called out Funkmaster Flex live on Instagram. You know, he demanded that new hip hop gatekeepers, you know, and would start letting people. Hold on, man. Stu had to break out. What the fuck?
I thought he just kind of closed the camera. I didn't think he dipped out.
Yeah, no.
He wrote in the chat that he needed to leave.
Yeah, he had to go. He had to go to work.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna dip out too in a minute. I'm actually gonna go check out Guardians 3.
Oh, bro, you're gonna love it.
Don't say anything. I haven't been able to see it. So.
You hadn't seen it either, Lowe's?
No. I need to go to the movies and at least go full day and see at least 2 movies. So I'm back. Haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I feel you. That sounds dope. Raw talk. I want to hear about it. What's your? You know what? You should come on the show next. You should come on the show next Saturday and bust down your treatment for Arkham, bro. That would be dope. That would be really cool. But yeah, so I was saying, so Conway the Machine came after the artist reportedly saw FunkFlex publicly say that he was not a fan of Griselda while speaking to Wallow, the high-profile podcast host who recently appeared on Conway's album. Hold on, let me let Stu Dog back in. I don't know what happened. Stu, what happened?
I got a couple minutes, but my screen I don't know, man. It just keeps going dark, man. I can't see you. I can hear y'all, but I can't see you. But y'all can see me. Like you can see me clearly, but I can't. Yeah, but I can't see you. So like, you know what I mean? Like, do I? Do I? Yeah. Like I don't know what's going on today, man. It's just.
No, yeah. I can see everybody. I can see everybody. So just pretend that you can see us. I guess you.
Yeah. See, like it's going dark now. It's going.
Yeah.
Can you still see me?
Yo, yeah. Sometimes I can see y'all. Like a lot of time I can't see y'all because I'm looking at different information and things like that. So I don't really look at the cameras in it, the screens anyway. I don't know what I look like, but I was just talking about how Funkmaster Flex and Conway the Machine had that beef with Pete Rock and all of that we just was talking about the other day. Remember we broke that down, Pete Rock and all that, and FunkFlex.
Yeah, I remember
they were battling over. Yeah, they were saying like Conway was like you being a gatekeeper and you're not letting rappers new music come out and you keep inserting.
He's right.
You only playing certain shit. He's 100% right. And
100% right.
Yeah. And FunkFlex responded claiming, 100%. And Funk responded claiming that despite A-list associations ranging from Jay-Z to Eminem to J. Cole, Kanye West, that Conway was a 40-something bars rapper who had already peaked. Like he was like, "You're a 40-something bar rapper who's already peaked." He's a bar rapper. Like you're Funkmaster Flex. What's a bar rapper? What are you, a mumble rapper now, bro? Like what? I thought this was hip hop. Like Funkmaster Flex, criticizing people for spitting bars. So he made an ass of himself. My punk master flex, that's what I call. But one of the most recognized radio DJs of the past 30 years issued the challenge. He then offered to play Conway a song on his show. And the artist has made acclaimed albums with Griselda, and Shady Records seem to accept the challenge. So Pete Rock and Funkmaster Flex are battling over the future in New York hip hop. So he says, last week, me and Conway had some words. I sent him a track and he accepted the challenge. So here we are. And he said, rest in peace to Steve Smith. I thought it was right to name it that, since Steve Smith was the creator of the all-day hip-hop format and his freestyle is hip-hop. Smith, who died earlier this month at 62 years of age, helped launch Hot 97 as hip-hop knows it. And Conway released his freestyle through Funkmaster Flex's YouTube channel. And, you know, it's recorded to Biz Marquis' Nobody Beats the Biz instrumental. And you know what? Let's just play this. Let's just play the freestyle, because I could sit here and like break down the lyrics for you, but then I gotta bleep myself every time he says the N word, and it's just really difficult. Let me let it play. All right.
You know what it is? FunkFlex, Conway the Machine. We here breaking the internet. You know what it is. Once again, Juanito, what you got? So get in my New York City bag, man. One time for New York City, homework shit, Zelda shit. Pulling up some frosty on the niggas plotting, but it don't cause me no alarm. My dog with me is armed, no thoughts of being armed. Of course, I'm still a dawn. Look, I tore cities across seas and beyond. I dare you to play with me like I won't air you. I swear you better play with something safe and be careful. Thought I made it clear to you I ain't who you compare to. Niggas stay away from my release days, they fearful. Look, give them discomfort like a ligament tear do. When I looked in his eyes, it was visibly tearful. On mics, I turned in the iron mic that your ear chew. I'm not one of them old rap niggas with ears loose. I took the lead and I did it by year 2. Like my home's draft day, I wore a fitting from Beard Goose. I had the ticket for the whip that I scared to. I'm back in that mood to end the career to. Hold up. I'm back in that booth and I feel amazing. Couple mil in the safe, but still I'm saving. You know I'm feeling dangerous. Malice in my heart, I'm feeling heinous. I grip the stainless, I hit them and the shit is caving. Rearrange it, feel the culture shifting and changing. Since I came in with the oodles and noodles, chicken rain, and wash out the pot, then use it again to whip the cane in.
Oodles and noodles. Hold on. He said oodles and noodles. Hold on.
Conway do that to you.
Let me see if he wrote. Let me see. He said oodles and noodles, top ramen, and use the same pot to whip the cane in. Oh my God.
And wash out the pot, then use it again.
No, hold on. Let me get this back. Let's run it back. Hold on.
Rearrange it, feel the culture shifting and changing. Since I came in with the oodles and noodles, chicken rain, and wash out the pot, then use it again to whip the cane in. Big ass Mac home to clip and shoot up your block. Cause I don't respond to diss songs. Them niggas nameless. I got shooters on the payroll, fucker. Draco busters. I grew up with the yayo hustles. Griselda shit, bitch. Niggas know we ain't no suckers. Let's play what you want. Niggas ain't gonna touch us. We gunning shit down. They know of us. We giving hospital trips. Leg broke, crutches. Niggas hate they broke. Fuck them. Went to my jeweler and spent $250. I did it cause niggas thought they was richer than me. Niggas never did nothing that really benefit me. Somehow I still got more money than them significantly. In the rain when I whip the Bentley. Might let you hold the umbrella for me like Mr. Bentley. You know that block getting broken head. And then I give them both a bag with no soap and rag. Niggas sending shit for me to post and tag. But I'm charging the fee, you gotta pay a promotion bag. My homie said he's bleeding like an open scab. Blisters on his fingers, had to chop up in open bags. He sneak dissing on his post, that nigga broken mad. I ain't really tripping, but the broski when it's smoking bad. Had his pistol in his jeans loaded. Little nigga stole his bundle, he thought a fiend stole it. I got it in steam and I'm steamrolling. It's the machine, bitch, I'm reloaded. All the shit I say, the G's quoted. Loewe shades cost more than your jeans, don't it? Remix the work, had the dirty and the clean loaded. Got light on in the yard, you know that we open. Yeah. Already killed your brother and your cousin, boy. We knocking branches off of your family trees. In a road truck down in Miami with skis. Did my drink champs interview with the swing on my jeans. Got off that hospital bed and I planned to be king. A dome shot couldn't stop me. Y'all niggas can't do a thing. Get made an example if niggas put their hand on machine. Had niggas at your vigil.
Jimmy!
You sold your soul to be famous. Without social media, bozo, you be nameless. The emerald cut drum work local, piece dangling. Met her at Paris North, she spoke 3 languages. Yellow, white, rose, we don't do stainless. Before that Shady album, I was still getting sync checks and I ain't even blinked yet. Touch that 2 M's, I was just getting my feet wet. You know I'm the reject. Even when I ain't playing, I still get the Kyrie check. They hope I will regress. Flex. It's like I hit 5 in a row. This just a heat check. Lose your life in this game, you can't press reset. Bringing all this money in, I got it on preset. Airing at these niggas is my natural reflex. Machine, nigga. I see what you capable to do. You know what it is, nigga. Big drum work shit. You know what I mean? You know what it is. FunkFlex, Conway the Machine. You see it, you hear it. Me and Bert. Zdarsky. Verse. Woo. Won't he do it? Out now. Yes, sir.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? That was just so. Yeah, man, that was incredible, man. So, you know, earlier this month, Conway the Machine released his first solo album of 2023. Won't He Do It arrived on Conway's Drumwork music group label and features Fabulous, Juicy J, Ransoms, Sauce Walker, as well as, you know, all the Griselda crew and you know, Benny the Butcher and West Side Gun and all of them. And to promote the new album, which has a song currently atop the Ambrosia for Heads playlist. And shout out to Ambrosia for Heads, bro. That's one of the illest shits out there for hip hop, embedded below. So Conway stopped by FunkFlex show, you know, and that's what it is. So while last year the whole public war between him and FunkFlex and Pete Rock and all of the whole thing, you know, they I guess they put the beef behind them and got to it, you know, hip hop, because I think what my man Raw Talk said, you know, FunkFlex been holding on by a string. He's really a non-factor in the digital world. He needs bar spitters because them goofy mumblers don't listen to his show. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you talking about 40-year-old bar rappers. Who you think listens to Funkmaster Flex? Not my son and his friends. You don't even know who the fuck Funkmaster Flex is. I guarantee you they don't. So, yeah, I don't know who he's talking to. That was kind of silly. Jim Me, man, what's good, man? Jim Me, we want you back on YouTube for another interview. Jim Me's in the building. Stu, you seen Jim Me?
I see Jim Me. I see Jim Me. I'm telling you, I'm going to Germany. We're gonna make a video. I'm telling you.
Got
I get
to.
to Germany. I'm gonna touch down. We'll hook up with Jim Me. It's going down. Yeah, maybe we're gonna air it right here on the channel. You know what I mean? My
Yeah,
favorite
man.
German rapper. That's my favorite German rapper right there, Jim.
Definitely. But in this,
I'm getting ready to cut out so I can get to this movie real quick.
yeah, man, let us know what you think, bro, because I promise you, best trilogy in the MCU, hands down, no question.
Yeah. If you're going to see Guardians, you went for a treat, man. Listen, I gotta break out as well, man.
Peace.
I gotta go. I gotta get to work.
Yeah, no, we're gonna wrap it up, bro. Don't leave yet. Hold on,
okay.
Stu.
Oh, all right.
We're gonna wrap it. We're gonna wrap it. We're gonna wrap it. But yeah, man.
Before we wrap it, and not to get off subject, I didn't realize we got like 4 major blockbuster movies coming out next month, bro. We got a movie coming out like every
Yeah.
we got Spider-Man, Flash, Indiana Jones, and Transformers all in 1 month.
All in 1 month. Getting ready to just be. Look at that.
That is dope. That is
Batman
dope.
Hush.
That is a dope Batman.
That's Hush. That's from Batman Hush. I didn't have any blue and gray Batmans, man. I know, bro. I didn't have any blue and gray Batmans. I really wanted a blue and gray Batman, and what better than Hush? And also this just came in today. Check it out, Stu. G.I. Joe.
Wow.
Outback.
That Outback is dope.
He's dope. Windowless packaging. He's got a nice loadout of weaponry and accessorize. But yeah, he's got the great articulation. I'm getting into the Mafex figures, but honestly, I'm gonna always rock with G.I. Joe Classified because they do that retro look. And then I grabbed a few Alex Ross's, Stu. We got some Spidey action there, and then we got Kingpin, and then it gets serious. We got Galactus. And then it gets real dangerous. We got the Mad Titan. Beautiful. I love that. I love that one. And then it gets diabolical. My man Magnus.
Yeah.
And then the big bad of all of Marvel. Fucking Doom. Love this one.
Does that Magneto is new for the Legacy?
I'm sorry.
Covers?
Yeah, what these are the villains.
The villains. Okay.
The villains, yeah, that's the villain. He did a villain series. Yeah, with all it's a bunch. There's a bunch of them. This is just a few of them. I got Apocalypse on the way. That's definitely one of my favorites. Apocalypse, that's coming. Yeah, Apocalypse and Doctor Doom are like two of my favorite characters. You know, Apocalypse, Doctor Doom, Magneto, you know what I'm saying? But Stu, gotta get to work. Oh, they came with these two little batarangs too. Came with a couple of batarangs. I don't know what for. We can do with them. What's he gonna do with them? But yeah,
I'll bring some joints out for you Monday, man.
Yeah, Stu, I know you got some joints in the mail, man. We gotta get into those Monday, man.
Yeah, we'll get into them. I'll break them.
All right, y'all. Hey, thank y'all for coming. God bless y'all. Good night. We'll see you guys every Monday, every Wednesday, every Saturday at 7 p.m. Hip hop and comics. Y'all already know 6 Element Hip Hop. Peace.
See you later, guys.
Hello. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.